Hi there, it's Shree from shreescraftgirls.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today my project is this little multifaceted little box. The ribbon's at the top because that is the opening, although you can have both ends opening. I sealed this one and I put a little bow on the top just so people would know that that's where to open it. And it comes from a piece of cardstock or DSP that measures 6 inches by 6 inches, and this is a little boxy, which I think is rather simple. So taking your scoring board, you are going to score at 1 3/8 of an inch, 2 3/4, 4 1/8, and 5 1/2. Keep hold of your stylus because you will need your scoring board again in a little while, just to do a little bit of notching. So fold and burnish your score lines, like so, and on the right side, on the little narrow piece, you are going to put your sticky tape, fast fuse, whatever adhesive you're using, down the narrow piece, and snip. Remove your backing paper, and seal your box as evenly as you possibly can. Then bringing your scoring tool back in. Now it doesn't matter which side you do, as long as the long side is at the top. Let me just pop that out of the way. You are going to notch, let me see, at 3/4 of an inch on one side. So notch top and bottom. It's okay, you're going to do it the other side, so that's fine. And you're going to come along and do 4 3/4 and notch. And in the centre, where you've got your, where you've joined your box or you've just scored in the centre, you're going to come in 1 1/2 inches and you're going to notch just a little dab like that. Fold it over and do exactly the same again. 1 1/2 inches, no, 3/4 of an inch at the top, so you've got it at the bottom, 4 3/4 inches, and if the notch hasn't come through, at 1 1/2 inches there. That's all we're going to use the scoring board for, but you are going to need a steel ruler. And you're going to score from the centre piece to your little notch at the top. So quite hard because you need to cut this through from the centre piece to the bottom notch, from the bottom notch to the centre score line or where you've put the seam, and from that score line to your centre. And this one, where you've notched at the top, you're going to put it right the way down to the corner. So score line right the way down to the corner, and the same the other way, from the notch to the corner. Now I would suggest you turn it over and do exactly the same on the other side, just for ease of cutting and folding at the end. So from notch to corner and notch to corner. And this one is from your centre notch to your top notch, and from your centre notch to your bottom notch, and from your bottom notch to the centre, and from the centre to the top. And I hope my head wasn't in any of that. So pop those out of the way and back to where they belong. taking your snips, you are now just where you've got a cross here. I don't know how well you can see that, but you formed a cross. You're going to take this triangle away, so from the corner to the centre, and then from this corner to the centre, and just remove that triangle. And then where you've got the diamond here, you are just going to take the 2 corner triangles away, and then open it out and gently fold in your score lines, fold it flat and burnish those 2 corners, them 2 score lines, and repeat again on the top. Gently fold into your creases where you've diagonally scored, fold it flat and just score, and open those as well, and repeat on the other end. Fold in, fold flat and burnish, and then open that, pop that down and burnish like so. So now you can leave your box exactly like that, which is perfectly fine, or as I did, I sealed one end. So with a little bit of sticky strip or fast fuse, it's a bit fiddly now because you've sealed it up, but just pop it in, some sticky tape or some fast fuse onto your diagonals, just a little piece, just to secure it into place. You don't have to, so you can leave it open, that's fine. It's whatever takes your preference. And removing your sticky strip, the backing, I think the whole thing's coming off, but just take your backing off your sticky strip, making it nice and neat. Just fold that so the seams nicely meet, and that's nice and sealed, that end. Just put your bone folder in just to make sure it's nicely sealed, and there you are. There is your box. You can leave it like that, that's fine too, just making sure they're sealed. But I used a little piece of ribbon, well, it's quite a big bit of ribbon, and I left a bit at the top, came down my seam, round, and then you have to come across, back down. No, that went, sorry, which way am I going? I'm crossing it at the bottom, aren't we? Down, around, down, and back up to your top. No, I haven't left enough ribbon at the top to tie a bow, so I will just tie a little knot. And you can secure that. I'm hoping it's a bit fiddly, but it's worth it. Then I just popped my ribbon underneath both of them, and I'm going to tie a knot because I haven't left myself enough ribbon to do a bow. So with a little bit of goodwill, I'm going to, I'm sorry, I know I'm off camera, but I can't because it's a funny shaped box. There, I'm just going to put a little pretty bow on there, and there you have an unusual but I think quite pretty box. Strange in shape but good size. You can get lots of treats in there. So say that one's got a pretty little bow, and that one's got a pretty little knot, just so they know that that's the end to open. Of course, if you've got both ends open, you don't have to put anything on there at all. But there you have a multifaceted little box made from a piece of 6x6 designer series paper. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Please leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, take care. Bye.